ask that you turn your cell phones off, please, if you haven't done so already. We gather here now for our Yizkor service. It is a service, and in some communities, it is only those who are in mourning who are even permitted into this service. Only those who've lost a parent or a spouse or a sibling or, God forbid, a child. This year, I'm struck particularly by the timing of our High Holy Days, the timing being interwoven with the 20th anniversary of 9/11, as we all were reminded in these last few weeks. For me personally, it's just about the middle mark of the amount of years that I was alive prior to 9/11 and the amount of years that I've been around since, almost cut in half. And so I know for many of you, some of you have lost someone recently, weeks, days even ago. And for some, it's been half a life ago. And we can chart where we are and what has changed, often by those points in our history, whether they be national history, international history, or our own personal traumas and losses. So I want to begin our service by sharing the words of Alejandro Mayorkas, the Secretary of Homeland Security. What he spoke on the 20th anniversary of 9/11, I share them because I think they're touching for this moment. But I would add that he's also a Cuban-born Jew. And so his history, too, is tied in there somewhere, of knowing how we look back at the years. He wrote the following: "In the aftermath of 9/11, a tree was discovered amidst the rubble of the fallen Twin Towers. It was a Callery pear tree, in poor shape but still alive. The New York City's Department of Parks and Recreation salvaged the tree, cared for it, brought it back to its past vitality. The tree is named the Survivor Tree. It now stands beautiful on the grounds of the 9/11 Memorial. Each year, seedlings from the Survivor Tree are given to towns and communities that have endured immense suffering of their own. Tragically, there are many. Towns such as Boston, Newtown, Charleston, Orlando, Las Vegas, and others. Seedlings are also planted in destinations of remembrance and tribute and honor. On September 8th, we in the Department of Homeland Security planted one of the Survivor Tree seedlings on the grounds of our headquarters in Washington, D.C. Present were personnel from across the department, some of whom lost loved ones on and after 9/11, and others who were part of the search and rescue operation, and many observed the solemn occasion virtually. In the coming months, the seedling on the grounds of the Department of Homeland Security's headquarters will become a new, beautiful Callery pear tree. It will produce seedlings that will be distributed to other destinations of remembrance, tribute, and honor. The trees that grow will symbolize the enduring strength of the democracy that is America. The women and men of the Department of Homeland Security help make this possible through their service and their sacrifice. And so we stand in solemn tribute to those who swore an oath to protect our nation and who make it all possible." What a fitting image for the people who come into this room at this time every year. Those of you who have suffered the loss of what grew in your life. You are the seedlings. You have survived those that you have loved, those who raised you, those who loved you, those who grew with you. And as you survive, you too continue to grow, but you are always linked back to those people, the people whom you lost. You're linked to the places, the homes that you shared, the sanctuaries you sat in, the children you raised together. For some of you, for those who've lost siblings, you're linked back to being children together yourself. And so we are the seedlings of those whom we have lost. We are planted in their memory, in their tribute, in their honor, and in the ways that we grow. While new and different, and we experience a history that they did not get to share with us, we come from them. We look like them. We act like them. We live life linked to them. I was recently reading the story of a man who lost his father years ago. He wrote a book about his path through saying Kaddish. He felt when he walked into rooms, sanctuaries on Yizkor, that immediately he was linked to everyone else who was there because, after all, they experienced the same trauma that he had in one way or another. And so as the calorie pear tree is out there in different cities, as it stands at the Department of Homeland Security in Newtown, Connecticut, and it marks and links all of those places back to the tree that survived the tragedy on 9/11. In Judaism, throughout our year and our holidays, and especially on Yom Kippur, we come together to see each other and acknowledge that we are survivors too, that we link ourselves back to people we loved, but we also link ourselves to each other. And so we are here to share those prayers, to be a community, a forest, if you will, of people who have lost, people who have suffered, and people who have survived. I hope that our Yizkor service gives you that comfort of community. It gives you fond memories of those that you loved and lost, and it allows you to continue after this day, to continue to grow in their memory, to be a symbol to all of those who love you, reminding them of the love that you shared with those that you've lost. We'll hear now the words of Eili, Eili, page 540, in our prayer book, Fitting Words for this message. Words that remind us that there are things in our lives that never, in fact, end. They continue as long as we live, as long as those who love us live. Eili, Eili.